Oh, you're sitting there waiting for me to say something. Alright. Welcome to Chapter 5 of Fixing DC, the mess inside the Beltway. I'm going to title this little chapter, Please Give Up Hope. Now, what an amazing thing to say. I want you to give up hope. Well, there's some very good reasons for that. Because you can sit there, and the vast majority of the United States is sitting there, just sitting there. Well, no, that's not quite right. Some of them type into these blogs and into these comment areas. And some of them talk to themselves in the shower. Some of them talk to themselves just sitting there. I mean, they hope that these guys in Washington get the message that, they want such and such done. And I hope that some of these people's voices are starting to be heard. Right? But the whole point of the matter is, they're hoping that somebody else is going to do something. They're hoping that somebody else is going to react. And as long as they keep hoping that something happens, it's not going to happen. Things don't happen until people start doing things. And this has been proven years and years ago, time and time again, that people just refuse to believe that something will affect them until it hits them square between the eyes. They keep hoping this isn't going to happen to them. They keep hoping that somebody's going to listen to them. Somebody's going to listen to somebody else who's talking. They keep hoping. Well, I've got news for you, people. Until you start hoping about things and start doing about things, you can hope all you want. So I want you to give up hope. And I want you to start doing. Now you stop and you think about this for a minute. Hoping doesn't get it. It doesn't cut it. It's passé. There is only one way to get things done. That's to do it yourself. To get together with other people who are doing things themselves. And start doing things together. I'm going to stop here and let that sink in for a minute. Stop hoping. Give up hope. And start doing. Right? We all know the Democrats are not listening. The Republicans are not listening. There are untold millions of our supposed representatives who are not listening. This is on a state level, local level, federal level, you name it. And one of the biggest problems comes down to the fact that it's selfish interest. Right? Well, I have a selfish interest, and I make no bones about it. I want to see this country operating the way our Constitution says it's supposed to operate. Right now, I am firmly convinced that every single one of these politicians in Washington is only in it for themselves. And that unfortunately translates to keeping themselves in a job, doing whatever is necessary taking money from whatever source they have to fund their campaigns, right, and keep themselves in power. Regardless of what you think, regardless of what you say, and you'll hope that they listen. They are going to do what is in their own best interest. And this has got to change. I believe one of the ways to start is to get money out of the election process. I'm going to cover this in one of my issues. But right now, I've given up hope. And I hope you do too. Because until you decide to move, until you decide to act, all you can do is hope. And I have to go back to another great cliche. When you get into the election process and you get into the governmental process in this United States, there ought to be a great big sign that says, and you remember this one, "Abandon all hope, ye who enter here." Because hope is not going to get you anywhere. You got to get greedy about it. Right? You've got to get as greedy as these people in Washington are and decide that you want the Constitution of this United States to work the way you have been taught, the way you believe it should be done. And hoping for it. Right? You think them boys back in 1776 hoped that King George would go away? No. They finally realized that hoping for the best, not where it's at. You got to start to do something. You got to take a stand, and you got to say, no more. So think about that one. And all I can do is beg you to please stop hoping. And please start doing.